Hello viewers and students, those who have logged on to the channel. Today we are going to discuss the UPSC question papers for General Studies Paper 1. We are going to discuss the questions and what would be the correct answers. We will go for the questions analysis and also we will see how could we approach it. So let's begin. Question number 1 was related to science and technology and its application. You could see the question is, with reference to carbon nanotube, consider the following statements. What are carbon nanotubes? Carbon nanotube is otherwise called as carbon nanofiber. Now, you know that this is a output of the nanotechnology where carbon is being converted into various structures. Carbon nanofibers or nanotubes are used for various purposes today. This question is, they can be used as a carrier of drugs and antigen in the human body. Yes, they can be used. In drug delivery mechanism, in the difficult to reach areas, carbon nanofiber is used. Second, they could be used as an artificial blood capillary for the injured part of the human body. Capillary, once damaged, it is very difficult to restore that. So restoration becomes challenging. There is a tissue loss. Yes, it can be used as a capillary because of their flexibility, softness, and the diameter almost in the ranges of the capillary. Third option is that they can be used in and as biochemical sensors. In many of the biochemical devices today, carbon nanofibers, carbon nanocomposites are used because of their properties by which they can deliver most of the biochemical molecules. So yes, they can be, they can serve as a sensor also for biochemical changes. Our carbon nanotubes are biodegradable. Carbon nanotubes sometimes are found in nature, and since the ingredient is carbon, it is biodegradable also. So the correct answer, as per the question directive, it is like the statements given above are correct. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. The correct answer would be 1, 2, 3, 4. All the options are correct. Next, question number 2 goes, consider the following activities. At the level of present technology, again it is taken from science and technology, at the level of present technology, which of the above activities can be successfully carried out by using drones? Well, drones, as we know, are basically these are unmanned flying electronic devices. So they are used for various purposes today. Spraying pesticides in the crop field, yes, they are being done. Drones are moreover in commercial use. They are used for aerial photography. They are used for spraying pesticide. They are used for delivery today, like Amazon delivery is being carried out by drones. They collect information regarding various disaster. They capture images. They take the survey of the field. They also are used for search and rescue operation when they are infrared enabled. Okay, means for example there is a fire and you are not able to know who are there in the building. Drones are employed today for finding out people. So there are so many uses of the drones. The question here is that this unmanned aerial vehicle or a drone, whatever purposes are being given here, can this be used for this? Spraying pesticides in the crop field, yes, it can be done. Inspecting craters of the active volcanoes, yes, it can be done. Okay. Third, collecting breath samples of the from sprouting whales for DNA analysis. Okay, now you must have a question in your mind right now. What does it mean by this whale breath analysis? Okay, what does it this mean? Well, whales, they are in a dwindling population right now throughout the world. because of the heavy, you know, what, um, heavy scale of whaling that is being done in different parts, especially Japan, they are dwindling. Whale breath, whale, whenever it comes to the surface, it leaves gases. This exhalation is a mixture of gases and droplet. These are respiratory what vapor. This respiratory vapor is being used by the researchers to know the condition of the state of the health of the whale. So can this be used? Yes, it can be used. So with the present level of technology, all these above activities can be carried with the use of the drone. So the correct answer would be 1, 2, 3, all the above. But we should also know here and what are the possible uses of the drones today. We are using them for crop monitoring. We are using them for border control, to check infiltration into the border, storm tracking. We are able to understand also the forecasting of the cyclone and hurricane and tornado. We are able to map a geographical area. We are able to carry rescue operation. So all these activities are possible. So some of them are military uses, some of them are civil uses, but they are being deployed today, no doubt. So the answer should be 1, 2, and 3. Then question number 3. The question number 3 goes in this way. The experiment, yes, the experiment will employ a trio of spacecraft flying formation. Okay. For those who do not know what is meant by formation, whenever any aircraft group or fleet travel in the air, they make a arrangement. This arrangement is called as a formation. So the experiment will employ a trio of spacecraft flying in formation in the shape of an equilateral triangle, okay, that has sides 1 million kilometer long with lasers shining between the craft. Well, this experimentation question refers to what? Well, those who have been associated with uh, defense technology, they must be able to answer this question. Actually, today we have Lisa Akoya, which is a French single-engine light aircraft. But this engine aircraft is amphibious in nature. The question is asking that the formation would be of an equilateral triangle, the lasers shining between the aircraft has sides of 1 million kilometers long. What type of experimentation is this? Well, when aircrafts fly in formation, they have to take care that nothing or no other aircraft approaches them from any other side. So such is being done by antennas, laser antennas. Okay. Now, since this question is connected with space technology, we also have to weigh the options properly. Okay. So now, what are the options given here? What this experiment question refers to? Option number 1, which is present here, is Voyager 2. Now, all of you are quite well aware that Voyager 2 is a space probe designed by NASA, right? It was sent in 1977 to study the outer planets. So definitely this is not the answer. New Horizons, again, is connected with space technology. New Horizons was launched in 2006. And it was a flyby program. Okay, it was an interplanetary space probe like Voyager, but it was a flyby program in 2006. Now, coming to the third option given over here, LISA Pathfinder. First, one has to understand or get a basic idea regarding what is LISA, L-I-S-A. LISA, the term actually refers to a specific type of antenna. It is called as laser interferometer space antenna. This antenna mission is to create a kind of triangle with the help of other antennas to cover a huge area as the spacecraft travel. This is there. But the question here goes one step further, that has sites 1 million kilometers long, and on the basis of that you will have to differentiate between what it is. Which one would be the correct option? So LISA Pathfinder, as you know, is basically a pathfinder technology. It is a antenna technology. This was designed by ESA, and 2015 it was launched. The mission tested the gravitational wave observatories. Now the next question which is asked here is evolved LISA, or as you can say, that evolved laser interferometer space antenna, ELISA. This was planned to use three separate but not independent interferometer. So there would be three spacecrafts located in the corners of a triangle, and each side would have minimum 5 million kilometer in distance. So now you should understand that the answer to this would be minimum evolved LISA, because now the distance point has come up over here. In the ordinary LISA which was appointed, this was designed with a smaller scale with the antennas, but today it has evolved into a bigger one. So I hope this part is clear. The answer should be evolved LISA. Now the next question goes in this way. The question has following statements. There are three statements. Genetic changes can be introduced in the cells that produce eggs or sperms of a prospective parent. Now, genetic changes can be introduced in the cells that produce eggs and sperms of a prospective parent. That means it is talking about the cells of stratum germinativum. A person's genome can be edited before birth at early embryonic stage. Early embryonic stage means you can say morula, blastula. Rather, it would be morula, or maybe when it is a zygote. Human-induced pluripotent stem cells can be injected into the embryo of a pig. Human-induced pluripotent stem cells can be injected into the embryo of a pig. This is the third option. Now this is taken from cloning. So you must clearly know here that with the passage of time, when we are taking animal models for any biomedical research, the choice has changed. Very recently, it has been proven that pigs can be a better choice over the rodent animal like guinea pigs or maybe rats or mice for the purposes of conducting animal trials. So this transplantation study is basically question is that human introduced pluripotent stem cells, can it be injected into the embryo of a pig? Recently, it has been saying that human pluripotency, the recombination technology has been successful in case of a embryo of a pig. So 3 is also a correct option. Now, I got this question as a forward from one of my students, but as I can clearly see here that he has made it as a mistake. The correct option should be 1 is not correct. Genetic changes can be introduced in the cells, stratum germinativum cells. No, we can't do that. Early stages of the embryonic development, yes, we can do that. Genetic editing can be done. And then the third thing is now also possible in the stem cell research with the recombinant DNA technology. So the option for this would be 2 and 3. So the answer would be B. Going B would be the correct choice. Then question number 5 is connected to the vaccines. Again, this is from science and technology. So you can see that so many questions this year have come from science and technology. What is the importance of using a pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in India? So for this, one needs to have a basic understanding regarding what is a vaccine and what is a pneumococcal vaccine. A pneumococcal polysaccharide vaccine, it is also called as PPS vaccine. It helps the body to fight against pneumococcus infections that cause pulmonary pneumonia. And what is a pneumococcal conjugate vaccine? These are also called as PCV type vaccines. These vaccines not only help for the purposes of one particular disease, it helps in multiple variety of diseases. Now, these pneumococcal conjugate vaccines can help the person to prevent ear infections arising out of pneumococcal bacteria, because this pneumococcal bacteria, they not only causes pneumonia, they cause ear infection, sinus infection. If untreated, it may lead to meningitis, that is infection of the meninges of the brain and spinal cord. It may also lead to the infection of the blood. And when bacteria gets into the blood, it is called as bacteremia. So if such things are being given, then they provide multiple protection. So that is first thing. Second thing is that these vaccines which we provide, they are very helpful against the superbugs. Now, what are superbugs? Superbugs are those bugs which are responsible for to the ordinary antibiotics, okay, which have grown in the coming times. So now, um, now let's see what will be the answer. These vaccines are effective against pneumonia, meningitis, sepsis, correct. So 1 would be correct. Option number 2, dependence on antibiotics that are not effective against drug-resistant bacteria can be reduced. Yes, that is what an ordinary bacteria and vaccine would do. It would reduce the load on antibiotics. These vaccines have no side effect and cause no allergic reactions. Now, this is something which we cannot accept, because commonly when this vaccine is administered, there would be redness, there would be swelling, pain, tenderness, there may be fever, people don't feel hungry for some days. There is also a little bit of irritation in the brain, they feel tired. So many types of reactions are there, adverse effects are there with the vaccine. So 3 cannot be correct. So the answer to this question should be, select the answer from following the code. So 1, only 1, no, we still go for 1 and 2. So option B is the correct option. So that answers the question. So we have discussed 5 questions, first 5 questions which are there in the first page. We will have this series of videos where we are going to discuss in detail regarding these questions, because you just don't need to only know the answer, you also get to know why the answer is correct. Thank you very much for watching this video. Share this video, and maybe you may like it and forward it to your friends. We are going to very soon begin the mains classes for this year and next academic year of UPSC 2021. Thank you very much.